Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in to EskimoTV. I'm your host, Jason Escamilla.
And I'm your co-host, Ronnie Enriquez.
And today, we're going to be talking about Prison Break Season 5, Episode 8, Progeny. The episode ends with a blood splatter on the door, and we're left with lots of questions. Who made the shot? Who got shot? What are your thoughts on this?
I have a particular order, and I'm going to go with Sarah at the bottom of the list. I think it's possibly her shooting the female agent, A&W, and they're making us think that Michael or the kid got shot when A&W is actually getting shot by Sarah.
No, you don't think that Michael or the kid could have got shot?
I feel like that's a more likely scenario, yes.
Okay. I think maybe Michael could get shot. I don't think he could die, although the blood splatter did look really serious. I don't think they'd kill off the character that they revived this whole miniseries for. I don't think Michael's going to die at the end.
Yeah, and then I also think it could be the male agent, Van Gogh. He could be coming back and stopping A&W, the female agent, from shooting Michael or the kid, and her trying to put an end to this cycle of Poseidon's reign.
And that's what I think. I think that based on the conversation that the male agent Van Gogh had with the female agent, that they're in a cycle, they're prisoners to Poseidon, which actually addresses one of my questions that I had in a previous review, is what are these agents' motive working for Poseidon? Is it pure money? Is it like last season in Prison Break with the company had like some of these people's family members hostage if they didn't do what they wanted? I don't think that's the case based on the conversation they had, so now I'm thinking it's just money and then realizing that this isn't something they want to be a part of.
Yeah, and I don't think the writers would also make it a continuance off of the previous season.
Yeah.
As well, just to change it up.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. So, I do think that a big possibility is that maybe the male agent is tired of seeing this go on, and before the female agent can cause another horrendous death, he decides to put a stop to it. Now, I don't think he killed her if this is what happened, but I do think that maybe he shot her to immediately stop her from doing anything bad.
Right. And it also could be Lincoln as well. I know he got shot, but he has this innate ability to come up when Michael needs him the most. And it could be him stopping her with him holding himself and bleeding out.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a 5% chance.
Yeah,
of
but
Lincoln.
that's more unlikely as well.
Yeah, he got like 10 shots, like not 10, like 5 shots or something. It was big. It was the guy he did a number on him.
Right, and of course the other likely scenario is A&W actually shooting Michael or the kid, and he's not gonna shoot the kid just because he's a kid in the show.
True.
And Michael's been a target. He's already been stabbed earlier.
Yeah.
In previous episodes.
Definitely. What about Sheba? Do you think that's
She's another one that could come into play. Even though Lincoln was like, no, you're done, you need to protect your family, maybe she actually cared about them, and she's there to rescue Michael here, and also save Lincoln from dying in his truck, in his car.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be great if Sheba came back. I think the Van Gogh situation playing out would be more interesting because he's turning his back on, the people he's been working for. But I definitely think Sheba is probably a little bit more likely of a possibility of her coming to the rescue. Let us know what you guys think about that. The other big thing that happened in this episode was Lincoln got shot, and really bad, like multiple times. And I'm pretty sure he's going to survive. Do you think there's a possibility of this is the way he leads up to his death, maybe in the hospital? Or?
I would say no, just because he's a major character. I mean, you can't see it, but on the screen for Prison Break, he's on the opposite end of Michael, and they're like the face of the show. And normally they send off main characters with a pretty incredible, heartbreaking death, not some just drive-by shot in the car.
Yeah, no, exit. I can agree with you on that. So we don't think that Lincoln's going to die. It would have been, I think, hopefully the writers, they've invested years into this character. It would have been more dramatic. But the question does remain, how is he going to survive? What do you think about that?
So I think that with all the options that could go on in the house, I think Michael and the kid are going to be safe, whether it's through the female agent helping them and acting as a bad guy originally, or somebody coming to save them and stopping the female agent.
Oh yeah, we never even thought of that maybe the female agent didn't want to work for Poseidon. I actually think that would be really cool. Them just like both her and Van Gogh completely turning around on Poseidon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think they're gonna find a way to link in and patch him up. I'm sure it's not a fatal wound. So.
Yeah, it's probably just like a way for the writers to make us be in huge suspense for next week's episode, which is the finale.
They tend to leave one of the main characters in a near-death experience lately.
Yeah, near the end of episodes. Another interesting thing that happened in this episode was we learned a little bit more about Teabag and his relationship with his son, who actually happens to be Whip, a character that we've known since the beginning of this season, who's helped Michael out. And one of the things that Teabag actually says to his son is, with your innate ability to thrive, rise to the top even in the worst occasions, you reminded him of a certain someone. Did you learn it, or was it ingrained in you? It was ingrained in you, son. You got it from me. Essentially telling his son that the reason why the way that he is because of the way Teabag is. What do you think about this interaction?
I think this could be a positive experience for Teabag and helping him right his ways, because he's been trying to do that over the past season or two. And I understand that Michael helped him with the hand. Maybe he wants to help Michael in the situation.
I wonder if Michael knew about their relationship since he was interacting with him in the prison. Maybe that's how he found
Michael's
out.
always one step ahead, so...
Yeah.
Of course, not in the Poseidon versus him battle.
Yeah.
in this episode.
Yeah. I think definitely I do want to see Teabag redeem himself. One of my favorite moments of Teabag was in season 4 when he's working for the business and everything's going good. He's a respected member in this company, and then the character Gretchen comes in his office, starts shooting everyone, and he just sees everything that he's built up as this notorious leader crush. And I think he misses that. He wants to be a respected member of the community and doesn't want anything to do with this past life, but because of how entrenched he's been in it, it's hard for him to escape. And maybe his rebuilding his relationship with this son can finally help him do that and escape this
prison.
Yeah, prison break. So it'll be him breaking out of his prison that he's been in. Overall, this episode was great, had a lot of action in it.
Yeah, there were a lot of high-impact events going on, with Lincoln getting shot, with Michael finding his son, as well as Teabag, us finding out Teabag found his son at the same time.
Definitely. So overall, we really like this episode. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let us know what you thought about it. And if you like this review, like it and subscribe to EskimoTV. And you can definitely look forward to our review of the finale next week.